Hi, I'm Bernard Moran. Nice to virtually meet you all. I'm a staff member at Wicklow Sudbury School and I've been working there since it opened in 2016. It was founded by a group of parents who were unhappy with what mainstream education was providing for their children. Some of their children were doing okay in school, some of them were not doing very well, and some of them were doing fine, but all of them, all of the parents agreed, and speaking with their children, they agreed as well that it could be a lot better. School could be a lot better, that it wasn't helping them fulfill their potential or to properly look after their mental and emotional well-being or to understand themselves or gain self-knowledge, to pursue their passions, that even if it was okay or it wasn't too bad, that it was a long way from what was ideal. So the main philosophy behind the school is essentially the idea that, first of all, that young people are natural learners, that learning isn't something that you need to force on people, and that when you force young people to learn, you actually destroy the thing that you're trying to create and you hold them back. So the idea of the school is to empower people to make their own decisions, to figure things out for themselves. So often you hear people talk about self-directed learning, and sometimes people think self-directed learning is an individual thing, that you just do it yourself, but that's not really it. Sudbury is really a community-based style of education, which means that part of the underlying philosophy of the school is that every individual is trying to figure out how to be their most authentic selves, their most fulfilled selves, but also as a community we're figuring out how to be the most authentic and fulfilled community. So every day there's an ongoing dialogue between all the different members of the community to figure out the best way to fit my idea of my best self, which might be very different to your idea of your best self, how those can work together to make the best combination and the best collective and the best whole. And that's a really interesting part of the school. It's a challenging part of the school. Lots of discussions, lots of debate, lots of conversation. And at the heart of the school really is the question of how should we live. So it's a democratic school. So that's fundamental to the school. It's one person, one vote. Staff and students all have one vote. Twice a week we have the school meeting. Anybody can make a proposal, whether it's to go on an excursion, go on a school trip, or to get some supplies or things like that. So basically, or to change the rules. So there's a law book made by the students. So all of the rules of the school are made collectively together, and anybody can propose to change a rule, and we have a discussion about it, and if we think we should change it, we change it, and if we think that we should keep it, then we keep it. So the democratic part of the school is really about helping us to have that conversation about what we think the best school we can create is. It's so that everybody gets listened to, so that everybody feels heard. And when we think about our society as a society that we say is democratic, but actually when we go to school, normally we spend 20 years of our life maybe with the teacher telling us, sit here, do that, do this now, okay, now you're finished, go here. We don't learn democracy. We don't learn to listen to ourselves. We just learn to follow orders, and we learn to do what we're told and to conform. And then we go to work and it's the same thing. So even though we say we're a democracy, that's not what we live in our daily lives. So having a democratic school helps us to give some meaning to the idea that we live in a democracy. How is the curriculum organized? We don't have a set curriculum. We don't talk about a curriculum. but the curriculum is conversations with each other. I might have an interest in philosophy, and maybe one of the students becomes interested in philosophy, and a lot of discussions come out of that. We have different groups. We have book clubs where we discuss books, and we might have that for a while, and then we might get tired of that, and then we have something else. We have different projects that come up in the school. There's a school band who are always playing music together and learning. Different people learn things on their own. They might be learning languages. There could be a language group for a while. So the curriculum emerges naturally. And this is what it means for learning to be a natural thing. People go through their lives, they have experiences, and they think, I want to be able to do that, or I want to be able to be a part of this group in my life, or I'm curious about that, or someone is already interested in something and they share that in the school, and it ignites something in someone else. It lights a spark, and then from there our curriculum comes out. And from problems that come up, maybe communication issues, for example, our conflict resolution system, how we deal with disagreements, is with the laws we've created democratically, but it's also people take turns to be on the jury, and we use restorative practice and nonviolent communication to deal with conflict. Thanks for the interest. I hope you guys have a wonderful conference, and if you want to find out anything else, I'm sure there are plenty of things I haven't covered. You can look at our website at wicklowsudburyschool.com, and yeah, it would be great to make connections and get different perspectives on education. And so yeah, thanks again. Enjoy your day.